the testing you saw just by using this Wi-Fi bird box camera. Actually, both cameras are waterproof. So how to choose between the Wi-Fi bird box camera and the wired bird box camera? First, let's see what is the common thing between these two cameras. We can access these two cameras by using the mobile phone, PC computer, or tablet. I just installed one of the cameras to the birdhouse. Now let me make a small clip video and let's see the performance. Now let's take a look at the difference between these two cameras. This is the Wi-Fi bird box camera. You can see the antenna, which means the camera can connect to the Wi-Fi router. So if the Wi-Fi signal is good around the birdhouse, then you can use the Wi-Fi bird box camera. And here's the terminal. This is the reset button. The other one is the DC terminal. That means the camera also needs the power. Actually, the other camera also requires the power. We'll talk about later. We can wire the 10-meter extension cable to an AC outlet around the backyard. So which means the AC outlet doesn't have to present just next to your birdhouse. It can be 10 meters even longer. But just remember, it's not wire-free, so it always requires a power source. You also can using the motorcycle battery to power the camera, but that also means you may need to recharge the battery every few days. Okay, now let's take a look at the wire camera. The wire camera have the R345 connector. We can using this 20-meter Ethernet cable. It's the common Ethernet cable like Cat5e or Cat5.6. So you need to connect the camera to a router. That's important thing you need to consider. But you do need to have the AC power because the cable will transmit send both power and data to the camera. You just need one single Ethernet cable. It's going to take care of both power and data. So let's take a look at other different thing. The other thing is the recording feature. The Wi-Fi bird box camera can take in a micro SD card. So if you install the micro SD card to the camera can record a video to the camera. But for the wired IP camera, it doesn't have the micro SD card slot. But you still can record the footage, the video to a app or Windows PC computer, even the third party like the Synology Nash or the NVR, so the mass storage recorder. And the one thing you cannot see from this one is the resolution. The wired IP bird box camera is 5 megapixel. But for the Wi-Fi, it's only 3 megapixel, which means the wire camera can deliver more high resolution than the Wi-Fi bird box camera. So how to choose between these two? Personal opinion, if wire cable to a router is possible, if it's possible, I always recommend you to choose the wire IP bird box camera because the wire always provide more reliable connection than the Wi-Fi. That's for sure. And for the recording feature, you can have like the mobile phone or the other third-party device to have the mass recording. You can even record the footage over months, not just a couple of days. But if the signal is not strong, if it's not possible to wire a cable to a router, you don't want to penetrate the wall to pass through this cable, then you can choose the Wi-Fi. One thing before you choose go ahead move to the Wi-Fi, just make sure the signal is strong. You can bring your mobile phone to the birdhouse and just check the Wi-Fi signal. If the Wi-Fi signal is strong, it means you're ready to go. If the Wi-Fi is not strong, you still can add the Wi-Fi repeater or the PLC adapter. The PLC adapter just use the power line to transmit the Wi-Fi to the outdoor. So you need to improve the Wi-Fi signal before you go for the Wi-Fi camera. Alright, I think that's pretty much for all this video. If you have any question about these two cameras, please leave a comment section below. Thanks for watching.